Hi guys, welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 30th of May 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Sunday and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. We've got Justice, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, that's really interesting because Justice usually is a card that's about cause and effect, things being balanced, and really knowing what the outcome is, or the outcome being somewhat predictable, like you get out what you put in. But in this deck, you can see that the scales are imbalanced. And she's dressed in red and she's got this green cloak. And what this is saying to me is that you can tip the scales of the universe, of destiny, by listening to what makes you feel motivated and what your passions are. And you're actually able to push through obstacles which would usually hold you back. And you're really able to learn something new about the world, about life, about yourself, and you're able to take the next step in your personal development. So that's huge, and it's a reading that would only come from this deck, the Morgan Greer deck, because if you looked at Justice, like I said, in any other deck, it would be much more about be consistent in your efforts and put in what you think you're going to get out. Whereas this is saying put everything into what you love and what makes you feel motivated, because you'll be able to overcome things that have kind of their own laws and their own systems that are being governed by spiritual laws and the laws of the world. They don't apply today, because if you feel it and if you really care about it, you can bulldoze those laws out of the way and really move ahead in a way that seems really unlikely. It's kind of like suspending the law of gravity for a moment so that you can float. That's what's happening here spiritually. If you really listen to what fires you up, you're able to overcome things that make no sense. So this is a day of miracles, truly, because you're really able to skip over things that otherwise would hold you back. And that, in my experience, is what we call grace. It's when you get a certainty within that says, hey, this is part of my purpose, my destiny. It doesn't make sense. If I speak to other people about it, they're going to say, have you lost your mind? That you're being totally unreasonable. But I know that this is part of my purpose. I know this is meant to be. And when you then take action on that, that's when something miraculous can happen, because your devotion to that idea or that feeling is over the top. Therefore, the outcome is going to be over the top. Wow, okay. So we've got, she's wearing this blue shawl. That's speech and communication. That's important. So what other people say to you may inspire you, and expressing yourself may also make you realize that, wow, this is something I really care about. You know, when you're talking and suddenly you're like, wow, I'm just listening to myself speak here. I didn't really realize I felt like that. So make sure you allow yourself to speak up and to express yourself. That's one way of discovering this passion and this motivation. The other very simple way is to simply listen to yourself. But I mean, a lot of us lead very busy lives, and it's kind of difficult to just sit there for 15 minutes and to say, what motivates me today? So the speaking and communicating with other people is one way of doing it. I'm also getting, and this is also very unlikely for me, is exercise and sports may kind of shake something loose and may inspire you. Being out in nature and connecting with the trees and beautiful landscapes may make you feel a certain way that says, wow, I really care about this. And then we have a sword, which are your ideas and other people's ideas, and being teachable and being willing to listen to others and what they think is right. And then finally, we have this purple piece of cloth here, closing off this doorway with these two pillars. So of course, the higher self and your angels and your guides can inspire you and can tell you this is what motivates you. But again, That's something that's very abstract for a lot of people, especially if you're busy, to kind of say, okay, I'm going to meditate now and see what my higher self wants. So it doesn't have to be as abstract with this. The main thing is just seeing what gives me that glimmer of hope and enthusiasm. And then I know that I can overthrow obstacles which would usually completely put me off, and they'll be like nothing to me today. Page of Pentacles is a young man who's just starting out in his career. It's the Suit of Pentacles, so he's trying to make a living and he's trying to find a job that he consistently enjoys doing. So it's not just about making money, it's about finding his way in the world of providing for himself and his family, but also doing a job and a career that where you can get up in the morning and you can say, right, I get to work today. Hooray, I choose to work, not like, oh, I can barely get out of bed. I have to go back into this job that I despise. That's not what the Page of Pentacles is about. He's really willing and open and enthusiastic. And because he has this belief, which is correct, that he can do work and he has a vocation, a real talent sitting inside of him, that when he applies that to the real world, not only can he create abundance and be prosperous in himself, but he can also enjoy the process of work. So it's not just about looking at the outcome, the product, it's about the journey. This is pretty self-evident. We've got this he looks like, what's his name? Genghis Khan. We've got Genghis Khan pushing against these wands and he's just not getting through. And he's picked one thing that he cares about and he's using his strength to just power on through. And that's this card that today says to me, if you feel joyous and certain about something, these wands are nothing to you. You can basically blow them away like candles on a birthday cake. It's really nothing to you. And that nothing will really emphasize and prove to you, it will serve as evidence of how capable and strong you are. That then encourages you and it says, okay, you've done this, take the next step on your personal journey of discovery about how you're going to make your way in the world and how you can do that in a fun way that's super, super productive and that rewards you. And I keep being drawn to this blue kind of which is so interesting because we've got lots. I mean, we've got his belt buckle there. We've got a zipper. I'm not being drawn to those. I'm being drawn to the blue, is it a sash, a scarf, whatever it is. That's the throat chakra. And really, I think communicating and letting other people in and telling them about what your desires are and what you want to do with your life and where you see yourself going, even though some people won't understand these ludicrous ideas that you've got, it crystallizes them for you and it informs you that this is something you actually feel because you're saying it. It's like the proof is in the talk today. The proof is in you expressing it or hearing someone else express certain things and something clicks and the penny drops and it's like, oh wow, that makes total sense. It allows me to progress in a way that I didn't see before. Another path opens up and lo and behold, I'm now progressing much more easily and much more quickly than I thought I could. So it's really getting your power back and proving to yourself that the impossible is possible. Number-wise, we've got 11, Justice, and the court card is 1, so that's 12. And then we've got 7, and that is 19, right? 7 and 1 is 8, and 11 is 19, yeah. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is about being the pioneer, being a leader, doing it yourself. So it's your will, your desires, which really unbalance the universe and make way for miracles. So not a small day by any means. It's a pretty big day. And it's a Sunday, so a lot of people aren't going to be working. A lot of people will have a little bit of extra time to contemplate what you're going to be doing with your work or what you're going to be doing in the week ahead or for the rest of the year. And really allow yourself to ask that because it's going to pay off. Wow, so have a great day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page of the website, there's a button that says book your reading. Click on that to order your reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings. So if you want to see what to do, or if you want to find out what your life purpose is, what really motivates you, what you're going to be good at work-wise, what obstacles you have to watch out for, where you're naturally talented and where you can kind of skip ahead without too much work. If you have any questions at all, really, then please do get in touch with me and we'll have a look at your birth chart and your progress chart, your transits, your astrocartography to answer all of those things. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.